You said you disagree with me on a lot of things. What would be like the number one main thing that you disagree with Brian Shapiro on? Something that I say all the
Oh,
time. What would be
oh,
that
oh,
number
oh,
one thing?
I'll tell you, and I'll put you to the test. It
Okay.
was when you were COVID, and you wanted to put
Okay,
everyone
hold
in
on a
their
second.
hole.
Hold on a second. Let's talk about that. First of all, don't use the word Nazi on this show. Those are groups of people that killed 7 million Jews. I'm not a murderer, so don't call me a Nazi. I will not tolerate that. Number two, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Never have I once said on the air that I ever said that there should have been mandates and people should have been forced to get the vaccine. So, sir, with all due respect, you're lying. Sir, I need you to listen to me. That's the problem. People like you don't listen. First of all, don't call me a okay? That's absurd, okay? Number two, I never told people, in fact, I was against mandates. I never said that you should be forced to get a vaccine. So if you're the number one thing that you claim that you don't even know my position on it, or you don't bother to listen, with all due respect.
In your Holy Spirit, you did, man.
What do you mean in your Holy Spirit? What the hell does that mean? Either I believe it and I say it, or I don't, okay? Okay? Don't give me this.
But you said it, man.
Sir, I never said it once on the air because I never believe it. You're lying, and you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not lying.
Okay,
I'm
then I'll
not
tell you
lying,
what.
man.
I'll make you a.
I do my
Okay, here you go.
research, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do your research. I'll tell you what. I'll make you $1,000 bet right now, but you won't take the bet.
I'm with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm going to take the bet.
You'll never pay me. Find me a point where I said that there should be mandates and everybody should be forced to get a vaccine. I've never said that
man,
Okay, so you're wrong. Give me another example. You're wrong. Give me another example.
I'm not wrong.
Okay, you
I'm
are.
not wrong.
And by the way, why would you call me a Hey, buddy.
Brian,
Don't Brian me. I'm a Jewish guy and you called me a What the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you answer that question? What is wrong with you? I'm a Jewish person.
Go and re-listen, man.
I'm a Jewish.
I never said
you
that.
said COVID. What type of scumbag calls into a radio show and calls a Jewish person a What the hell is wrong with you? Was that your Holy Spirit? Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been your Holy Spirit. Let me tell you something. You don't call into the show and lie. You don't call into the show and misrepresent my position. I've said it from day one. And by the way, I'm a guy who almost died of COVID. Okay, scumbag. I'm calling you a scumbag. You don't call into a show and call a Jewish person and I never said that everybody should be forced to get the vaccine. I took the vaccine. I might have encouraged people to get the vaccine. I told people two things, which you fail to listen. I said, don't listen to me and don't listen to media people, or certainly don't listen to somebody like you. Listen to your personal physician and doctor, and then make a personal decision between you and your doctor. I've never said that everybody should be forced to get a vaccine. You have no idea what you're talking about. Don't use the word again. Give me another reason.
It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor.
Okay, well, take your metaphors and shove them up your because you're not going to call into this show again if you're going to say that. Now, give me another reason why you disagree with me, because you failed miserably the first time. What else do you disagree with me on? That's ha 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 ha. Use your Tucker Carlson laugh. Give me another reason. What else do you? And I don't. By the way, for the record, I like conversations where people disagree with me. What I don't like are people like you that misrepresent things that you thought that I said. So you failed. Give me another reason that's actually factually accurate of one of my positions that you disagree with.
I'm pretty solid in my dance, man. I mean, I like your strategy, but
what do you mean you're solid in your dance? That's not an opinion. Tell me something else that I disagree with, that you disagree with me on.
Well, I told you the first
We're past that because you lied.
Me.
You lied and you misrepresented my position on the vaccines. So give me another one.
I never lie, Brian.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We're done with that, okay? You're not going to use the word again on this show, okay? Because that just makes you look bad. So I'm asking you for another example. Give me another example. Are you capable of giving me something that I've actually said on this show that you disagree with, or should I move on to the next caller?
Without doubt. You can do what you want. It's your show, man. You always
so give me another example. Give me another example. I'm giving you an opportunity. Go.
Well, what I'm saying is let's talk about freedom, ultimate freedom, right?
We're not talking about ultimate freedom. Tell me something that you disagree with me on.
Say that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing, man.
Can you give me another example? Okay, go ahead. What did I say about ultimate freedom that you disagree with?
Well, mostly people on your side. I mean, you want to
what side am I on?
Them into death, right?
What side am I on? What side am I on?
Well.
What side am I on?
I'm saying you lean left. right?
Okay,
I lean right.
Okay, so you're going to be specific.
But I'm not aligned with them.
Okay.
Hey, hang tough. Let me see if we can come into alignment.
I seriously doubt
now,
that.
Hang tough. I that's what you think, but
I
don't
didn't
think
ask
that
you.
way,
I
but
didn't
most
ask you. I didn't ask you about coming up with reasons for alignment. You started the show calling me a COVID. You misrepresented my position on the vaccines. You said you disagree with me on a lot of things. You literally haven't named one thing, one legitimate thing that you disagree with me on. Sir, are you just not smart enough to come up with something? I don't align. I don't care whether you think we align on something. The question wasn't the question, listen, dummy. The question wasn't what you think we align on. The question was, name me something that you disagree with me on that I've actually stated on the show. Are you not able to do that? You can't name one thing?
Oh, I'm able.
Then do it. I'm waiting.
Well, as I said before, I mean, you want to tax people into death, don't you?
I want to tax people into death. What the hell are you talking about? It's the opposite of that. I agree with lowering the taxes for middle-class families and America living paycheck to paycheck. I agreed with Kamala Harris's policies that if you're making under $400,000 a year, the taxes will lower to 28%. What the F are you talking about?
Let me ask you this, Brian.
Let me ask you,
exactly...
no, you're not going to ask me another question. You just said something else stupid. You just said that I want to tax people to death. Ha, 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 ha.
Wow.
Your stupid Tucker Carlson laugh. When did I ever say I wanted to tax people to death? What are my positions on taxes that would lead you to believe that, quote, I want to tax people to death? What the hell are you talking about?
Let me ask you one final point.
So you're not going to, no. You don't get to do one final point. Admit that you are wrong. We are going to stay on this issue. You still have yet to name one thing that you even disagree with me on that's factually accurate. You just said, quote, I want to tax people to death. I am asking you how you formed that conclusion and what I've said on this show that would lead you to believe that, quote, I want to tax people to death. Go.
Okay, I'm going now. What exactly is anti-Semitism, Brian?
What does anti-Semitism have to do with taxing people to death? Can you not remain on topic, you dope? I'm going to ask you again. What did I say on this show? Shut up and listen. Hey, you just said, I want to tax people to death. I'm now asking you for a fourth time. What have I ever said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Please be specific and answer the question.
This one, man.
Answer the question.
You're not going to win this
Answer the question.
Well, it's in your brain.
What's the matter? All of a sudden you're developing a stutter? Answer the question. What have I said on this show?
I have no stutter. No, it's
Answer
in your
the question.
brain. I mean,
what's in my brain? What have I said? What have I said on this show? What have I said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? I don't want to hear about you thinking what's in my brain, okay? I'm now asking you for a sixth time. You misrepresented my opinions on the vaccines. I asked you for another example, and you said I want to tax people to death. By the way, it's the opposite of that. I want to lower taxes for people that are struggling. You're not capable of listening, so I'm asking you one more time. What did I ever say on this show? I'll call you if I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do about it?
No, I mean,
it's in your brain. It's in your brain. It's in your brain, sir. Boy, what a dope this guy is. I can't get rid of him, though, because he's so stupid. What have I said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Why won't you answer my question?
Everyone sees you. Everyone sees you for what you are, you know.
Okay, so what does that have to do with my question? What does that have to do with my question? Okay, let's try one more time with this very ignorant man. You started let's review for a moment. You started the conversation by saying you disagree with me on a number of things. Okay, no problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. In fact, I would prefer that. I gave you the opportunity to lay it out for me. You said I was a COVID. I never told anybody that they should be forced to get the vaccines. In fact, I was against any mandates. So you're wrong about that. And then you embarrassed yourself, and I gave you another opportunity, and you said, I want to tax people to death. Now, obviously, that's not true, but I give you the opportunity to explain yourself, which you've been unable. So I'm going to give this one more try with a very ignorant man. What have I ever said on this show that would lead you to believe that I want to tax people to death? Now, if you made a mistake and you mischaracterized my opinion, then just admit it and say, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. And if you're not willing to admit you're wrong, then give me a reason why you feel that I want to tax people to death. Go.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, then you're a moron. Have a nice day. Get lost. Don't ever call back because you're an idiot.